And so women, other than the guys, you say balance. What you mean by balance?
They just like the when I say balance, I probably meant to say like backbone in a session
Okay.
because they're there, like they're the group, like they like without the women, a lot of the fellas probably because a lot of those women is bringing their men. Hey, it's licensed therapist here. You need to talk to somebody. Come on, they bringing their brothers, their uncles, their boyfriends.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
So
Okay.
they've just been very.
They're not just even acting themselves, they active in the whole process.
Oh, as a kid, they're the ones that create fires.
Okay. Okay. And in their sessions, when you hear, is there more physical therapy, mental therapy they looking for, or what is it? Yeah.
They always want to talk. They always talk about how that's a relationship. That's a lot of the things, a lot of the conversations that go on is relationship.
What's the biggest relationship problem you keep hearing? Where you sitting? Here's that one again.
Raises a man based off the hatred that they have. Some men based off their baby father not being there, their father not being there. And this is what happens in this space a lot. So they find themselves being angry at men, but they don't know that they're angry at men until they sit in the therapy session and say, oh, I'm really angry. Then therapy does it for them, so now they're able to come back down. A lot of them are bringing their baby father. Really? Those guys are, men are just different. We got a good group, but like that and new men, it's like the same group of fellas. Those who are meant to be there, but like we want to reach all the men.
So, do that portion of that ever comes up in the men's meeting about the absent fathers and that, or it's just taboo? It just don't be talked about.
So, do you like the absent fathers come up and say?
Yeah, just like the women. I know they're there and they're saying the father's not around and they're this and that. Do at the men's meeting, do they talk about the fact that they know they're not around and maybe coming up with reasons why they're not around and trying to heal to get better relations with their kids? Or
so they're not going to say why the men are not around all the time. They're not going to say that it's their ever their fault. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's all the fellas' fault. So that's the thing we try to get it out of. Like, what's both sides?
That's why I guess you where I'm at. And I ain't want to say that, but yeah. So my point is, I know they're gonna say it's our fault, right? So if it's our fault, do the men go and they're are they really talking about their problem with the women?
So the men, the thing about the men, so the men are very how to get better. But when the women are inside of the men's session, just hey, let me speak. I can speak until the end of the session. Let the brothers go. So the women, they on edge, man, and they're very emotional. But the fellas that do come, the consistent crowd that we do have, they are very willing to learn, and they do all of them do great things in community. So this family that we built amongst the men, 20, 30 men, they all do great things inside the community. Councilman Richard Starr, he comes a lot. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing great things inside the community. And we got other brothers that's doing great things, that work in politics, that work in community, got their own nonprofits. This the family that we're building. So these brothers that's in ghetto therapy are really doing great work in communities.